Hey, Heidi here, and today I'm just going to give you guys an update on both my reading, my writing, and what I'm doing. And for those who know, yes, I am wearing the same shirt as the February Reading Your Comments vid, I believe. And all I can say is, this is a comfy shirt. And there are things like washing machines. So don't go saying, oh, I'm wearing what I wore before. It's like, ew. No. Although I do occasionally do that too. But, onwards. First off, I would like to give you an update on my reading. This is what I'm currently trying to read, the new astrology sun signs. I am trying to read it, but it seems like every time I get relaxed and I sit back to read it, something happens and I have to do it. And I am one of those people that if I stop in the middle of a chapter, I have to reread the chapter. Which sucks. Because if you read it too soon after you just reread it, I get annoyed. But it's annoying. But I am reading this. I'm going to have to start counting the pages of each chapter. This notebook here is a very old. I don't think you can tell how thin this is compared to this one. Yeah, you can tell, can't you? This is my character book. This is the book I've been onto my writing. I've been using just to create characters. Before anyone asks, the update of the corrupted flash drive, I have not been able to get a go at it because I keep on finding, each time I find a program that everyone says it's great, I get a warning saying that its virus infected. So it's like, yeah. But the bright orange flash drive is right over here, right beside my computer, just mocking me. It's mocking me, I swear to God it is. And what I'm doing when I'm creating this characters, I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with these characters. But they are getting a familiar, a stone, and a Grimoire, a magic book of their own. But what I'm doing with these characters as a fun little challenge for me is, I don't know if you can tell, but here are a list of first names. X and Z are here, and you can see the male symbol, the female symbol. I'm trying to get 2 of each of the sexes and 1 unisex name. And 1 unisex name. Hi, Dixon! And that's where this is going. Right now, how I have the characters, I think I already went through this. But I have the first name, the last name, what the names mean, the birthday, the sign, the eye color, hair color, familiar, stone, Grimoire, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 little pinpoints to where I can just put down whatever comes to mind when it comes to that character. I don't have to worry about it being themed. And on the back of each page will be a way for me to give a short summary of the history of the character before the book starts, or history, backstory. I'm one of those people that before I even start on a book, or when I get when I start on the characters, I have to know the characters. I need to know what they eat, what their least favorite food, their favorite food. I need to know everything that happened to them up to the point where the book starts. Because I never know when that shit will be in handy. But that's just me. But yeah, the goal is for me to use every name from the alphabet, with the first letter of each alphabet besides X and Z. because those are interchangeable in the English language for names, apparently. I don't know why. So, when it comes to the X and Z, I'm trying to get one of each of those names, plus 2 unisex names. Don't think I'm going to work on that. Get very far on that one. So, one of each, one X name, one Y name for each sex, plus 1 unisex name. My fairy book. Can I now openly admit that I haven't worked on this? Like, when it comes to physically writing this, I have not worked on it. I have worked on its Pinterest board, somewhat. There are times when I forget I have a Pinterest, which some people say that's a blessing in disguise. Which I have linked my Pinterest down below in the description if you guys want to see it. This composition book, this one here, is my 12 Kingdoms composition book. There's very little on here, as you can tell. It's like this page is glued in. It has the zodiac, plus what I believe each one represents, plus the 4 heavenly creatures, which is Black Tortoise, White Tiger, Vermilion Bird, and Azrael Dragon, or the Blue Dragon. Or if you want to be technical, it's the Blue-Green Dragon. And then I have a short thing on Kirin's. Now, when it comes to the Kirin's, I'm going to have 5 additional colors that represent the 5 elements in Eastern mythologies. Like, we have the Western element, there's also the Eastern. Air's not a part of that. Alright, I'm getting tired of people saying each time I mention the 5 elements, you're forgetting wind! Wood's not an element! It's like, oh, wrong elements, dude. Wrong elements. But I'm slowly working on this now, because I seriously doubt I'll find its original one. If I do find the original composition, yay. If not, yeah, I'm going to treat it much like I am the mucking flash drive. It's no sweat on my back. I'll just use the 2 because this one's going into a nice direction, even though it's like, it's not even half a page. But what I'm going to do with each one of these is, when it comes to simple ideas like this and I don't know where I'm going with it, I'll have them in like side pages, or if it's a creature, I'll have it like this. Now, these 2 do not have a board as of yet, because trying to find something that automatically fits this is hard. It's really hard, because it's like I looked up Kirin's, and it's like each time I see it, all I'm getting is more of a dragon style Kirin and not a deer style. So it's like, no, this one probably won't have a Pinterest for it, unless I find the rare deer Kirin. Just surprising. But that's a quick update. I might have to, first, just to save my sanity, I might have to review this a chapter at a time. That way I know where I left off. Because having ADHD, and apparently I'm now becoming a short-term memory person, which sucks. But people have found ways to cope, and it's not that big of a deal, but I feel like as a booktuber I'm failing. As a writer, I'm getting there, slowly. I'm still mourning the loss of my flash drive. I'm thinking about telling you guys what I use to write in when it comes to my computer because I do not use Word. For those of you who don't know, Word is actually expensive and you do have to pay for it once you get towards its expiration date, because each time you buy a computer, it's like good for like 1 year. It's free for 1 year and then you have to update it. And I'm a post-college student, so what I use is something very similar to Word, but it's called, give me a moment, WPS Writer. And the documents I use, when you go back and forth between the documents, it works on Word documents too, so I can just, like, which helps me because I can fudge having a Word because my college swears up and down that you need to have a Word. And it's like my computer right now cannot handle having two Word, like Microsoft plus this, and this is actually free. They do have pop-up ads, but it is free. And it comes with everything Microsoft does. Let's see, WPS Office Configuration Tools, WPS Presentations, WPS Spreadsheets. I use all of these, and it makes my life extremely, extremely happy. So a lot of people will either use, in the writing community, will either use Word or Scrivener. I use this. I use this because it's free, and I'm also going to be using Google Doc after I get, like, when I start the actual draft. I will be using a mixture of this and Google Docs. That way I know that no matter what, I can work on it. It's going to be like really, really hell to like update both of them like simultaneously. But I know it's going to be worth it. That way I don't have to deal with me mourning the death of my writing. And before anyone asks, yes, I will continue to have this. Now, my question for you guys. Do you want me to go over weird things I do as a writer when it comes to my characters? Or would you rather me cover the weird ways I plot? Or come up with ideas for multiple books? Well, I guess I should be doing it like this. Multiple books in one go. Because I tried to do the pro and cons of my method, and apparently I cannot figure out the order, like the method to my madness. I'm sorry. And I'm going to stop here. Let me guys know how your guys' writing and reading is going along. Like, are you finding time to read? Are you doing audiobooks? Let me know, because I love reading your comments. And even if I reply to them, I will be reading them again at the end of the month. So any questions, any comments, any insults, I will read them in the comments at the end of the month while I properly delete them after I read, if they're insults or racist racial slurs. I'm mixed race. I have quite a few disabilities, so let's keep those. Why I haven't dealt with any toxicity yet, I want to keep those to a minimum. Okay, thank you.